based in Richmond Hill, so you're a hop, skip, and a jump from me.
Oh yeah, not too far, for
No,
sure.
not too far. And Kurash, where are you from? Kurosh? Okay. And I know, Barb, you're in Kitchener?
That's right.
Right, okay, yeah.
That's right. And Marita, where are you? I remember you from our other Charter of Compassion meetings.
Yes, so I'm based in Mexico,
Yes, yes.
in northern Mexico, very close to the US.
You are what?
I'm very close to the US.
Oh,
I'm here as program coordinator more than as from Canada.
Okay. We'll give it a couple more minutes. I think you said was 29 that were registered, but Meredith thought Thomas had somehow registered twice, which was sort of a mystery to us, but I'm glad you're here, Thomas. Okay. Okay. And Aaron, I know, is in downtown Toronto, more or less. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
And
thought you
Sharon,
were Mississauga.
Mississauga. Sorry, I was thinking, I think you're
well,
downtown. Your office is downtown.
I live in Mississauga. I have offices all over the GTA, so I'm everywhere typically. Hope everyone is doing well.
Yes, yes. Good to see you again.
You too.
And Tom and Kim. Kim, where are you?
I'm in Moncton, New Brunswick.
Oh, wow.
Where are you, Barbara?
Kitchener, Ontario.
Okay, great.
This is a good hour for us, but it's starting pretty late for you Easterners.
Yes. I have a friend here, Kurosh, who's also from New Brunswick.
Okay.
Good evening. Do you hear me?
Yes, Kurosh, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm connecting from Sussex, New Brunswick. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Okay,
all.
good.
Nice to meet you.
Why don't you put in the chat, because we might not remember where each of you are from. So if you could just put in the chat where you're from, that would be great.
Do we have any Westerners tonight?
We're supposed to.
Don't see any yet.
No.
So Marge, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I think I said 2 minutes, and it's 2 minutes, so we'll see what happens
Yes,
here.
2 minutes, yeah.
And I haven't said hi to Sharon. Haven't seen you for like 24 hours. So,
No, 24 hours.
okay. So welcome everybody. It's good. I always look forward to these conversations to have across Canada, see what we're all doing and to check in to give us some encouragement. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having Marilyn talk about what's happening at the Charter. There is a lot. I can testify to that. And then I'd like to go around and just hear from everyone to what you're all about in terms of being compassionate in your communities. So, anyway, Marilyn.
What would you like, Marge?
Well, I thought you had lots of things to say if it's Charter for 2.0.
Oh, I do have a lot, but I thought you were going to have everyone introduce themselves first.
You want first? Okay, so we will go around and do that. We were sort of beginning with that, but let's just quickly, yeah, go around the screen. Okay, we'll start with Yolaine, and I'm maybe saying your name wrong.
No, that's fine.
Yolaine, okay.
I'm Yolaine Saint-Jacques from Sherbrooke. It's my first time with you. I'm with a group called Soul Support System, and that's how I learned about the Charter. I'm very new in the Charter, but I've been a volunteer in an organization that helps elderly in their solitude. It's called Les Petits Frères, which is mostly in Quebec. So I'm here to sort of learn more than I hope to participate, but I don't know if I'll okay. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to jump Barb.
Thank you. So I'm in Kitchener, Ontario, and I certainly am trying to promote the Charter for Compassion and participate. One of my challenges now is to get really familiar with the website. It is so extensive and deep and keeps broadening out. So, and I've been with, or at least participating in some of the things. Downtown, we have an SDG idea factory. And so it's focused on all the sustainable development goals. And I'm certainly keep trying to integrate this and maybe get a spot to speak to the groups that come each month there or for the other work, and to incorporate it in some of our, in an elementary school program. We have half-day programs that I do the one, energy of emotions, and certainly like grade 5 focus on fear, and grade 6 anger, or grade 4 just the ability to feel, but in all of those to link compassion and apply it.
Very good. Thank you for that. Please keep us in touch. Thomas, you're next on my screen.
Sure. Yeah, Thomas, I'm part of 4 or 5 organizations that all have compassion as a key value in it, from Humanist Canada to Social Justice Co-op and Funeral Cooperative, and the cooperative that we started here in our community, which is the Kitty Coast North Seniors Cooperative. And that's the one that I really am personally trying to help develop into a compassionate community. It's about seniors, living together, not living together in the sense of co-living. We all have our own homes in the community, but in a community that tries to help each other stay in the community and age at home longer than we could probably without the social, educational, and the home support services. And it's almost you shouldn't have to talk about it, but I think we do, to make compassion a very intentional core value in all of this.
Okay, thank you for that. Karash, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right.
Yes, you're saying it right. And I'm Kurosh. I'm in Sussex, New Brunswick. And it's my first time here. I heard about the charter from Kim McCauley. And I'm a writer. I write for children and illustrate for children. And also I write for adults too, nonfiction. And I'm the board member of some non-for-profit organizations like the Rotary in Sussex, and the Dial-A-Ride, which provides commute services for those who cannot afford it. And I'm here just very eager to know more about the charter.
Right.
Very good.
Karosh, can I just ask you a question? The Kim that you're referring to, is she from Nova Scotia?
Marilyn, I'm the Kim he's referring to, and yes, I lived in Nova Scotia with Waves of Compassion. That's
right.
probably
Okay.
Yes.
I'm so glad to see you here.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Okay. Next on my screen is Erin. So Erin, I always love hearing from you.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see a lot of you for the first time, and some of you again. I'm Erin Henry. I live in the Toronto area. My project is now kind of old, actually. Founded it in 2009, right on the coattails of the Charter for Compassion. It's called the Children's Charter for Compassion. After having heard the Charter 2.0 last week, which made me extremely emotional, it was amazing. I feel like I need a Children's Charter 3.0. We revamped it 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, and I'm already inspired to make some adjustments for the new one. But I have 2 activity books. It's a global project. Basically, we are the children's sort of version of the Charter for Compassion, and the project is global, and more recently we integrated into the Caribbean, but we're all over the world, and happy to share my resources and collaborate with anyone that needs to or would like to add this into their children's sphere, or new Canadians, or learning disabilities. It's just a more simple version of the official one. So
Could you put it in the website? Sorry, in the chat? Can you put your website in the chat?
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
Of
Okay.
course, of course.
Kim, can we hear from you? For you, the friend of Kurosh.
Yes, thank you. That's a nice way to be described. So yes, my name's Kim, and I was quite connected with the work of the Charter in Nova Scotia. We had actually started a nonprofit charitable organization called Waves of Compassion, and really appreciate your work, Marilyn, that you've been doing for so long and have stayed so steady with it. Since then, I've moved from Nova Scotia to New Brunswick, and I'm working in other full-time work. So my work with the Charter, it's not as direct, but of course still there, in that I'm working in spiritual care and with one of the New Brunswick health authorities. And so that, Charter is just, what's really drives me in my life is to really learn how to be a more compassionate person and how to work with that and share that in the world. Along with the work at the hospital, and Kurosh and I are involved in this. We're in a part of a Buddhist community, and really focused on a practice of love, compassion, and wisdom with that. And so I'm interested in connecting with the Canadian network as well as wider, for all of those areas.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Trevor?
Hi, thank you. My name's Trevor Rohde. This is the first time I've done anything with the Charter. I actually got linked into it with the Medito app. They're the 30-day compassion challenge. It's a mindfulness app. And through that app, it actually links you to the Charter and you sign it. So that's kind of how I got connected with this. I'm a high school teacher. I have done some stuff with the Sustainable Development Goals. Geography is my first teachable, but I'm doing my second teachable now, which is English and some special ed. But the one sort of constant in my teaching career is Eco Club. So we do a lot of work. We'll be doing Orange Shirt Day, the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. And so the idea of compassion certainly, I think, is at the core of all of that. And like a lot of you, I want to have it at the core of my life.
Yeah, well said. Thank you. Bob? Oh, you're still on mute, Bob.
There we go. Yeah, this computer is at its last leg, so that's why things take a little longer. Yeah, my name is Bob. I live in Calgary, and I can't recall how I came across Charter for Compassion, but I'm new. This is the first time showing up. And yeah, I've done a lot of personal work, I guess, on self-compassion and Buddhism and just yeah, loving kindness, all the lovely stuff internally. And I I kind of participate in some groups. One of them is called the Global Compassion Coalition. It was founded by Richard, what's his name? Rick Hansen. Rick Hansen. Big fan of his. And so I guess, yeah, compassion is kind of one of my guiding lights. And I do some work. I'm retired now, so I do volunteer work at the Distress Center here in Calgary, as well as Canadian Center for Men and Families. I'm on their board. But I'm just looking at other opportunities to see how I can be engaged in compassionate action.
Right.
Okay. Sharon.
Hi, I'm Sharon. My name is Sharon. I am in Richmond Hill and I'm part of the Richmond Hill Compassion and I work with Marge. Thank you.
And you were fortunate to take the CBCT training.
Yes, I was. I was fortunate enough to get that and still working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Marge.
Thank you. Good to see you again. Okay, Carlos, I don't think you're Canadian, or are you?
I am. Surprise, surprise, March.
Okay, I got it wrong. Okay.
I'm Mexican Canadian.
Okay.
I've actually lived probably in many provinces. I lived
Okay.
in Ontario, in Quebec, in BC, and now I'm in Calgary. Bob, I'm here in Alberta, so hopefully we can connect. And I'm part of the board of trustees of the Charter for Compassion, and also working on my certification of CVCT with Emory University, thanks to the charter, and trying to promote compassion all over the world, doing lots of different things in volunteer work, and also supporting organizations who want to promote compassion, well-being, peace initiatives.
Wow.
So thank you.
Wow.
Okay. Nancy, you're off camera. Can you come on and just say hi?
Okay, I'll come on and say hi. My camera doesn't work or I would have it on.
Okay.
What can you do?
Yeah.
So I'm Nancy. I'm actually from Ottawa and I have been lurking around compassion and self-compassion for some time. And so I've just decided to actually dip my toe in and find out what this is all about.
Great.
Very good. Okay. Marilyn, do you want Meredith? You should introduce yourself, even though you're here almost like an admin person to make sure we're all here. So, yeah.
Thank you. So I'm Meredith McCarthy, and I'm program coordinator at the Charter for Compassion. And I'm actually based in the north of Mexico. So that's where I'm tuning in from today. And yeah, my role is to kind of make sure that everything is running smoothly and or as smoothly as possible. So at least technologically and humanly as well. So thank you.
Good.
Okay. Marilyn, did you want to respond to any? It was sort of a very good to hear from everyone. I love having this sort of cross Canada checkup and see what we're all are doing, and it's quite positive. So.
Well, the thing is that I love for this to happen first, because then I can be more specific on the things that I'm going to say and make a more definite invitation to people. My own background is the academic world. I had 1 year teaching fourth grade, and the poor students who were in fourth grade with me, I moved over to a high school and they got me for the second time. Not only did they get me as a teacher, but as a principal. But then after a number of years, I went into the university. Certainly I'm very excited when I hear people who are involved in teaching. Let me share, I think someone else came in. Jacqueline, we just went around the whole group, so now you didn't have advantage of hearing from everyone, but we'd love to hear from you and where you're calling in from. And guess what? There's even another person, Steve. So Jacqueline and Steve. So Jacqueline, if you could turn on your mind. I see your You're trying to talk, or you are talking, but we're not hearing you. Your mic is still off. Maybe while you figure that out. Steve, we just went around and introduced ourselves to one another.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, Jacqueline. Oh, the mic is off again. There's some evil bug in your phone. Okay, so Steve, let's hear from you, and then maybe we'll hear from Jacqueline a little
Sure.
bit.
I'm actually taking care of my autistic daughter, so I might have to duck out.
Sure.
So I met Carlos at the Rotary International Convention in Calgary in June, and he talked to me about the center, what's it called? Cognitive-based compassion training.
Very good.
And also about a few other things that like the peace game. And so he's sort of my connection into this group. And he sort of, sent me a note saying that this discussion was starting. And I said, well, I'll sit in and listen because I have to keep an eye on my daughter and then see how it goes.
Great, thank you. And Jacqueline, I think your mic is now on, so we can hear from you.
Okay. You can hear me now?
We can.
Okay, wonderful. My name is Jackie Armstrong. Right now I'm in Victoria, but I live in London, Ontario.
Oh.
And I guess I'm just curious.
Okay.
I did a course many, many years ago with the charter, but no, so I'm just here to hear what's going on.
Okay, great. So I do have a little slide presentation, but before I move to the slide presentation, I wanted to share with people, a couple people here who indicated that they were involved in healthcare. And one of the things is that the charter, the structural basis for the charter is working in 7 pillars. And the pillars are education and wisdom, health and compassion, art, music, and gratitude, environmental stewardship and respect, play, courage, and innovation. It's really justice and integrity, spirituality, love, and hope. And so those are our 7 pillars. But one of the things is that we actually have a team of people like yourselves who are involved in each of these pillars. Some of them are a little more established than others. And this transition that has recently been made, we worked in 12 sectors for a number of years, and we've moved those 12 sectors into these 7 pillars. But we have not every Friday, the first Friday of every month, we have our team comes together from healthcare. It's a really wonderful group. We call it the kitchen chat, and we don't normally have an agenda, but it's just whoever comes really forms the agenda for the time period. We keep our notes on this other platform. It's not our website. It's a platform called Sutra. It's just because our website is really, as many of you know, is really robust and full to the brim. And so we have moved a lot of our material over to Sutra. And so one of the things that happens, I'll just give you an idea so that when you come to meetings and you get to a point where you want to contribute and continue to come, like in this particular pillar, then you become part of the team. And here's just a few of the people. Julian Abel, who some of you might know, he's from the UK, and he started Compassionate Communities, which is an end-of-life palliative care group. It has a wonderful book on that. Marianne Bowe, who is the co-lead for us of the healthcare group, she's in Minnesota. Ariel, and she's in the New England area, as well as Stephanie Palmeno, who has been involved in the Patient is You group. And here is Claudio. He is a mindfulness teacher, but he's also a chaplain in one of the local hospitals. And then I'm a part of that group. And Joelle is really a healthcare policymaker. She's in DC. Here is Kira from California, and she is involved in trauma and arts, has done some incredible work. Lunice, who is from Haiti, and then Greg, who was one of the folks from Mayo Clinic, and he really keeps us on track all the time. And Mary Lynn Rush, who is a doula. And so this is a great opportunity if anyone would like to to think about joining one of the pillars, whether it's education or justice and integrity, any of the pillars that I just named. So that's a great opportunity, I think, for you to come and really help us, guide us in the kinds of programming that we do. As you know, or maybe you don't, because some of you are new to the Charter, that the Charter works in two areas. One is that we really help, we hope we help, compassionate communities that are interested in looking at how they can become more compassionate in what's going on in their area. And then the second area is education itself. So let me get to share again. And in this case, I have too many things open here. I'd like to get to my PowerPoint here. Okay, here we go. So I will. And we have these meetings every 5 or 6 weeks. And the idea is we not only have it with Canada, but we have these meetings with other places in the globe, Pakistan, India, the UK, Mexico, and the US. And in the US, we have separate meetings with California and Texas, and now with Florida. California was our first state in the United States to become a compassionate state. It went through the local state legislature. And I wanted to, let me see, I'm not sure why it's not letting me, there we go, okay. So here we go. So that's why you see August and September. So this is a slide deck that we put together for all of the meetings that we have from around the world. And our agenda today, as you can see, is who is here and you know, the news from Canada. By the way, officially you had the name Canadians for Compassion that was probably started all the way back in 2009 when the Charter itself was launched at the United Nations. And then here's an opportunity for us to share a little bit about what's happening with the Charter globally, and then maybe some final tips and takeaways. I love people saying, well, I'm here to look and kind of interested maybe. And so we're really always looking for people to really participate in the work of the Charter. And Elaine, oh, go ahead. Erin, you raised your hand.
Yeah, you just sparked my memory. Canadians for Compassion. Was that Janet Ann Nordeman?
And I thought her name was Levenger.
Oh, that her, yeah. So Janet Ann Nordeman, but I believe her married name was Levenger.
Okay.
Yeah, wow, that's a flashback. That was an amazing initiative, and it's nice to hear that again. Do we know where she is and what she's doing?
No, we don't. I've
That's it.
tried a number of times, and you're in the Toronto area, so maybe you'd have more luck at.
Yeah, she and I
job.
did the TEDx Youth Conference in Ottawa together. We did a few things together. You know what? That's on my to-do list. Thank you for sparking my memory.
Okay, great. So here's the thing. On November 12th, of this year, we're going to launch Charter for Compassion 2.0. And from the time that the original charter was presented, people were saying, you know, maybe it doesn't have enough definition when it comes to the natural world and the environment. Maybe it doesn't have enough in the way of taking care of people in community. And so a number of people approached Karen Armstrong, who was the initiator of the Charter for Compassion, and said, how about changing that and adding new language to it? And she said, nope, we're not going to do that. The original charter will stay as is. However, there is no reason that people like Aaron Henry, for example, who wants to put together a children's charter, or Salman Sana from the Netherlands, who wanted to put together a healthcare charter, that you shouldn't go ahead and do it. And so those were the first two charters that came after the original charter. But what we've done is we've put all of our energy into trying to look seriously at rewording the charter, but basing that rewording of the charter on the original charter itself. So as I said, it was launched at the UN November 12th, 2009. And so what we're going to do is we're going to launch this charter on November 12th, 2025. We'll have a big program around it. We've created a booklet that goes along with this new charter so that it has a really serious action component as a part of that charter. So we hope that you'll be able to join us for that launch. And then here's just a little bit of a preview of the word change. I don't have the whole new charter up there, but this is a preview of how it starts. We, the global community of Earth, stand at a threshold moment in human and planetary history. The principle of compassion, which has always resided at the heart of all religious, ethical, spiritual, and indigenous traditions, now calls us to a profound transformation, from separation to kinship, from charity to justice, from competition to cooperation, and from, by the way, we took out this word, anthropocentric thinking to cosmic consciousness. So this was probably maybe the third iteration of Charter 2.0. We're probably up to about number 7 now, but I think we finally got it put together, and it will be available in the booklet that I just mentioned. The other thing for many people, especially Trevor, this will be our second youth conference, and it'll be online, which the first one was as well. We had almost a little over 500 people when it was all over who attended the first global conference. And this one is 3 days. The last one was 2 days. And we're sharing space on this particular youth conference with Kids Rights. And Kids Rights is a wonderful partner to the Charter. And they have been around for 25 years. And they're the Alternative Peace Prize for youth. And they were the first group that acknowledged Greta Thunberg and acknowledged Malala. And this is quite a serious group of people. Along with the prize comes $100,000 to the young person, $50,000 going to the organization that they are aligned with. The other thing that is really a significant part of the Kids' Rights Award is that total higher education payment for not only the winner of the prize, but also for all siblings that are part of the family. So they're a wonderful organization, and they're going to help us on the third day of the conference. And we're looking obviously for people who are working with young people to come and bring their classes and get involved with the session. And then our big thing, which we do every year, we have one fundraiser, one major fundraiser each year, and it's connected to what we call the Karen Armstrong Humanitarian Awards. We will be announcing on Monday, this coming Monday, the 4 people who are receiving the awards this year. We've had some really incredible people who have gotten the awards. Mary Robinson, former President of Ireland, being one, Isabel Wilkerson, who is an incredible writer and journalist. And the list goes on. And all of that will be on our website to help people remember the work of all of the people who have been a part of the award ceremony. It's going to be a 90-minute program. And we hope that all of you here will be able to come to the program, and there'll be great music. There'll be wonderful short speeches and the awarding of the humanitarian award to these 4 people. And I'm excited, but I can't tell you who they are because we're going to tell everyone at the same time on Monday. Our website has changed significantly. And hopefully it's going to be clear so that when people go to the homepage, you'll be able to be coaxed into looking at the coursework that we offer. And as you can look at some of these dates, you can see that the charter is involved almost every day in delivering something. Last Saturday, we had a wonderful children's global read with Valerie Carr. And we archive all of this material so people can go back to it. If you're a person like a teacher, for example, who wants to take advantage of some of these MP4 presentations, you can do that. And so we've been doing the global read, I think, since probably 2014, 15. So we have they're once a month, sometimes they're twice a month, if we have a particular book for young people. And then we have our webinars. Carlos had introduced the idea of the Peace Game. We're committed to working with David Gershon, who has the Peace Game. And it's an opportunity for people to come together. The full name of the Peace Game is Peace by 2030, that you get to a point where if you have a significant number of people who are thinking the same way, acting the same way, that you might really be able to bring about monumental change. And so let me keep going here. The one thing that was referred to, and more than likely we will have more than these 3 courses that are up here, we have an arrangement with Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. And Emory is probably the foremost institution that is dealing with research-based compassion training. And they have a course, cognitive-based compassion training. It's a real commitment, and the board of directors of the charter recognizes what a commitment it is. And we are looking to build cadres of individuals who will take the cognitive-based compassion training, so they in turn could teach locally, either face-to-face or a hybrid course, a combination of on the ground and virtual, or even virtual. But we have so far, we have 3 classes planned. More than likely, we will have a few more. And these will be up on the website, and you'll be able to take a look at it. We'd really like to encourage people here. There's 2 formats for the class. Merida, by the way, is teaching section 2, but she's teaching it in Spanish, along with another person from Mexico. Carlos is teaching, and we don't have his up yet, but he'll be teaching with one of the people who took CBCT from Spain, and that his is also, let me let the person in. So that'll also be available. We'll have that up. But this is a real commitment. The introductory course is not nearly as time consuming as when you go in to train the trainer. But we're looking for people because we're investing in people. We're not asking people to pay a lot of money for the class. The classes are $125, and that goes directly to Emory and for an app that you get either for your phone or your computer, which will really help you get through the course. And so please take a look at that. We'll have a really detailed schedule so that you can see what's happening every single week. When we have in section 1, this might be, maybe not such a good time, but maybe a good time, 4 o'clock in the evening. And this class is an hour. And that's because we're using the app, and it probably takes you about an hour and a half to go through each lesson each week on the app. So we're asking people to give about 2.5 hours of their time if they're interested in taking CBCT. Here's some of the other special things that we're doing. We have a program called Bearing Witness, which is Gaza and Palestine. And as a part of Bearing Witness, we have a food campaign, Feed the People of Gaza. And we're trying to work with a few other organizations that are committed to getting food into the West Bank. And we're looking to raise $400,000. And each Friday, we put up a new action series of things that you could do to really help support Bearing Witness. Marge has been wonderful in helping us put together a lot of resources, and so that when you click on this little button, which is Hotwire, you'll be taken to that area, and you'll see all of the possibilities that are there. The other thing is that Merida has a Sangha the last Saturday of every month at 9 o'clock. This is a great time to meet people from around the world who are interested in meditation and sharing. The other thing that we have is a special project called the Spirit of Ubuntu. And this is primarily in Africa. Though we would like to say it's on the whole continent, it is not. It is primarily in South Africa, Burundi, Botswana, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Uganda, and the Cameroons. And so far we have about 40 communities that are involved in the spirit of Ubuntu. We have resources and we keep adding to them. Marge is a podcaster, and so her podcasts are up here. So all of the recommended podcasts that we know of that we think really support compassion are listed there. Then something that for people who are really into AI in particular and solving problems, this is something called the New World Game. And for people who might remember an incredible futurist thinker, Buckminster Fuller, this idea of coming together to solve problems was his. And so now one of his apprentices, when he first started out, has taken that concept and put it into the New World Game. So please, it's tomorrow. If you are interested at all, if you are working with young people who might be interested in joining the New World Game, this is an opportunity to see exactly what's a part of it. You can have an avatar who will help you with your problems. So let's say that you come and you're in a community and your community is trying hard to deal with sustainability. And that sustainability might be in one particular aspect. It could be climate, it could be food scarcity, etc. So you bring that issue to the New World Game, And you can go at it just with AI assistance, or you can go at it with Albert Einstein, or you can pick Buckminster Fuller, you can pick Mother Teresa. There's a number of different people who all of their writings are encased in this game, so that as you interact with the game, you can hear in their own voice their recommendations for the possibilities for solving problems. It's we're running 4 games right now ourselves, and because we always vet what we're doing, and I'm totally hooked on the New World game. The other thing is that we've joined the world of Substack. We've been at it a little over a month, and it's been really interesting to see how many people outside of our charter family are taking advantage of reading our essays and getting on board. The open rate of is like in 60%. And if anyone does newsletters, they realize that that is an extraordinary number. And so if you'd like, just go to Substack, write in Charter for Compassion, and you'll see our pages there. So that's it. There we go. So now you must have some questions. Well, we now
You were
have,
that good, Marilyn.
I know. I
You were
know.
that good. You've done this once or twice before.
Yeah, at least this is the last this round of the global hubs. That's one of the things that we're moving towards in the Charter for Compassion, because we have grown significantly, so that we have almost 600 compassionate communities in 56 countries in the world, 3,000 or so, or maybe a little less than that, partners. And so you can imagine that a lot can fall through the cracks when you have that much activity. So what we're trying really hard to do is to set up global hubs. And so to reignite Canadians for Compassion, to reaffirm the work that's being done in India and Pakistan. By the way, Pakistan is our biggest program. And there are, I'm embarrassed to say the Charter for Compassion has 5 or 6 people on staff. Pakistan has 24, so they're really working hard and have been. And one of the things, like, as an example, what does a charter do with something like Compassionate Pakistan? Well, we help them get grants. We help with the writing process. We give them opportunities for resources. We make connections, all over the world. When something occurs, we can say, let us introduce you to this organization or this individual. That's the role that the charter plays in developing compassionate communities.
I see Bob's hand up. I think we'll give him a
Okay.
chance.
Yeah, no, just a quick question on CBCT. Where do you find out more information on that? Is that on the website?
It will be. So if you come to the website, hopefully by Friday, it'll be there, and it'll be under courses. That, remember, I showed you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And are there any prerequisites or any like qualifications before you? Do you
I
know?
think a sincere interest in the work. The CBCT is very much a twofold program. It's a program that that leans heavily on neuroscience. And by the way, I should say that the money for CBCT, which has been a 15-year adventure, has come from the Dalai Lama. He has really come through with all of the money for the research. There are formal and informal practices that lean a little on Buddhism, but for the most part, this is a secular program. And I think it's really a great program.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And, you know, as we're looking, or I'm looking at who you are here, Barbara has been really involved in one of our youth programs or children's programs called Artistic Bridges. And that, I wish that we had a lot of time to show you. This is the creation of online exhibits of young people from all over the world. So we have a book, for example, of young people's writings and art from a refugee camp in Poland, Ukrainian youth. We have books that are coming out from Guatemala and Mexico, and also the Caribbean, as Erin was saying. So that is, it's kind of an ongoing program, and we hope that we can get young people from one part of the world talking and conversing with youth from other parts of the world. Yolaine has been involved in Compassion 2.0 with one of the groups that she's participated in. And so, and as I look around at other people, Sharon has been involved CBCT, as well as Carlos, and obviously Merida, because she's one of the trainers for the group. So there's a lot of resources here, right here on screen, that you can turn to as well. Go ahead, Barbara.
Okay. I have been immersed in feeling the weight of the issue of white Christian nationalism and the pain. And here in Ontario, but also in other parts of Canada, but especially I've seen it show up very, very horrendously in Hamilton, Waterloo region, and Niagara on the lake. And I must say it's deeply worrisome, dangerous, and it's just it's extremely dangerous. So I'm wondering if it's being faced like directly. I think everything applies and everything is offsetting this, but the organization, you know, for the white, wealthy males, racist, homophobic in the name of Christianity, and there's nothing Christian about it that I can see, is we need this all the more, the Charter of Compassion and living the compassion. So I'm wondering if people in other parts of Canada are focusing on it, concerned about it, or how any with the charter, like even that big demonstration in London the other day, 150,000 anti-immigration, basically anti-racist, I mean, basically racist. And but in Halifax, there were very few for the anti-immigration and racist one, and many, many more for anti-racism. So that's encouraging.
So any input for Barbara on, Barbara, you keep talking like this, you're going to be canceled. That's what's happening in the US when people start talking like this on, at least on media, they get canceled. So we don't want that to happen.
In Canada so far, we can talk openly, but I know it's in this region, it's powerful, and it's working with the organization and funding, obviously a lot from the States, but it's linked under Hamilton's Coalition for Life, which on the face value is against abortion, but it's all this training men for camps, for gyms and parks to spread this these views and ways. And the same with, and then the military exercises last week in Niagara on the Lake, large ones.
I think that one of the things is that to a certain extent, the CBCT does deal with this, but education obviously is the way to go, and starting at your local neighborhood is also the other way. Getting to know your neighbors and getting them involved in something that you all can agree on that needs to be done within your community is an easy way to start. And just move forward in that way. You're not gonna change hearts and minds with preaching or ostracizing people from being involved in and kind of converting them to another side, but really deep listening to the other person. There's a wonderful program. They're part of the charter as a partner, and that is Living Room Conversations. And it was started by a woman who started Move On, and which has become kind of a big organization in the States. But she left that because she wanted to do something that was much more akin to working to understand people whose ideas are different than our own. And she teamed up with the founder of the Tea Party, which is a nationalistic group in the United States. And these living room conversations, there are now outlines for, I think, a couple hundred. And we actually had a training a number of years ago and trained about 40 people, which makes me feel that maybe we should do it again. Because it's really an opportunity that you have guidelines, and the major part of the guideline is really to listen to one another, listen for understanding. So that, and I don't know if others here have had success with other things. I know a couple years ago in a neighborhood that I lived in, we followed a method that started in France. It was called the White Tablecloth Project. And people just came out, they brought tables, they brought food. You just brought enough food for, like if you were 3 people, you brought enough food for 7 people. And we closed off a road, and there were white tablecloths and on the tables, and you got to have dinner with people in your community. And I had an opportunity. I had no idea who I was having dinner with. They were new to me, and still to this day, I'm friendly with those people. And I think that's a really important thing about acting compassionately.
Mm-hmm. Sharon's involved with something called Trauma Informed something protocol. Sharon, what is it? And we've had 2 very traumatic incidents in Richmond Hill that you've been involved in. There was a domestic violence where the guy burned down the house and 2 people died. So yeah.
Yeah, the traumatic response and traumatic incident response protocol. We had the vigil on Monday, and now we're in talks with victim services and the region to do another like vigil or something for the daycare where the little child was killed.
Right. Well, I'm looking at the time. It's so hard to believe that
yeah,
the hour is almost gone. But if any of you want to contact us and to say, can we have a private conversation? Can we look at, I know Erin, you posted something in chat that we could have a conversation about what we can do in your area in Canada, or if, for example, you want some questions answered about any of our programs. The other thing is that we do have a lot of self-directed, not a lot, we have a number of self-directed programs. We have the Essence of Compassion and the Science of Compassion. These are self-directed opportunities. They're very global in their presentations. So we would welcome you. And more than anything, we would love to welcome you as volunteers in one of our pillars or some of the other work that we do.
Yeah, like I take advantage of many of the programs we have. Like today was Harmonizing Humanity. I think I've got that right. An amazing program. One of Marilyn's alter egos is an authority on music, and it is a very uplifting program. I saw Barb there at 11 o'clock our time, or Eastern Standard Time. So I encourage you doing that. I'm also doing the Catalyzing Healthy Cultural Transformations, and it really is thought-provoking. One of the things it does that is so I find so often is I'm talking to people from around the world, and I so enjoy that, just the different perspectives of, and just knowing that I'm talking to people other places. It's like it's the modern day version of having pen pals back when you were a kid. But I really it is so I encourage you just to find things. And the Global Read, we had one at lunchtime today, and wow, was she that was amazing, both the facilitator and the author. I gotta go look up the book. It was just and they're always that way. So make a habit of tuning into the Global Read. If it is time you can't go back and listen to it, it's more than worthwhile. So yeah, just get involved. If you want to just start and get involved by attending some of these programs, you'll see other people on the, like as I said, I saw Barb earlier. It's Carlos with the game transforming. It really is very, very enriching. And when you are turning on the news and see all the horrible things that are happening, it's a nice antidote to that.
Right. Right. Well, thank you all, and thank you for coming, and look forward to hearing from you individually.
Yeah, but we haven't set a date for the next one, but it'll be 5 or 6 weeks. I'll make sure it doesn't fall within any holiday. And I got a request, I think, from Barb not to have it the third Wednesday. So if we have it the second or fourth, that's I'll certainly consider that. So yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Elbows up, elbows up.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for the intro.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye.